the beat, y'all. To the beat, y'all. To the beat, y'all. To the beat, y'all.
Well, good morning, family. Good morning. How you doing on this morning? JD Live, hashtag Truth Be Told, your early morning. Get up, wake up. It is the 9th day of October. Turn up Thursday, turn down for what? 6 minutes past the hour. Yours truly, Joe Dupree, in the building. We're broadcasting live on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, at the JDMS. On to, we are at 100 BLK Media. Tell a friend to tell a friend. It's time to get up, wake up. Of course, we're waking up to the wonderful news that peace has been brokered with the conflict between Hamas and Israel. That's great news. Hostages will be released. Big ups to everyone who was involved. Big ups to President Trump for putting that thing together and making it happen. Big ups to Netanyahu and the folks from Hamas and all the people who decided to come together and say peace is always better than war. So hopefully this will be a lasting peace. Thankfully, the hostages, all that are remaining, will be released and back home safe with their loved ones. That's just good news. That's good news. Good news. In other news, remember they had a jailbreak in New Orleans. They had a jailbreak. The last one of the escapees got captured in Atlanta. Derek got captured in Atlanta. And here's the crazy thing. 9 out of 10 black folks were rooting for Derek not to get caught. Now, we all need to say and ask for forgiveness, because Derek is a convicted murderer. And if you were the family of the victim, you want this man caught. But a lot of us were like, go, Derek, go, get out of here. Shawshank Redemption, Derek. We were wrong for that. We were so wrong for that. Because had that been your loved one that Derek was convicted, I believe he was convicted of manslaughter. If that had been your loved one, you would have want that man captured, served the time for the crime that he committed of taking your loved ones. So I need to apologize. I need. I was one of them people saying, "Run, Derek, run," and that's crazy. I mean, we really were. A lot of us were. You know, a lot of us. I don't care who you were, who you work for. A lot of us were like, "Run, Derek, run," making jokes, talking about, hope they don't catch Derek. They caught him. Yep, that part. So, good morning, family. How you doing on this morning? 9 minutes past the hour. Yours truly, Joe Dupree in the building. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Share this with a friend. Hashtag Truth Be Told. JD Live is on your social media platform, broadcasting LIV. On this Turn Up Thursday, as I peruse my way through Facebook and through other social media platforms, I just want to say, you know what, family? You know what, family? We are so much better together. We are so much stronger when we stand in unison and say to those who oppose us, not today. You know, I always bring my Bible up because I read the Bible for myself. And in the Bible, it says one can put 1,000 to flight, but two can put 10,000. So it is power in unity. Power in unity. And we need to learn how to be unified. And guess what? Unified with a common cause, with a common cause of a common goal to reach it together. Everybody who will be unified may not be in agreement. Let me say that again where y'all can catch that. If we have a common goal and we're striving to get there and we're unified to get to that goal, we may not agree on everything, but we can agree on we've got to get to there. We've got to get to there. We've got to do what needs to be done to get to there. We've got to pay attention, family. Even though we woke up this morning and peace has been brokered, the government is still shut down. I want to say that one more again. Pay attention. The government is still shut down. There are still folks going to work with government jobs who have bills to pay, who don't know if they'll have the finances to pay those bills because the government is still shut down. That's why, regardless of what's good or bad going on, you need to pay attention. Well, I always say that. Pay attention. Pay attention. I do want to make an announcement. Tomorrow, there will be no broadcast. We will not be back until Monday. Tomorrow, I will be on the road making my way to Daytona Beach as the Southern University Jaguars, SU, is taking on the Bethune-Cookman Wildcats in Daytona. I'll be traveling, of course, to do what I do with Southern University with the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Terrence Graves, myself and Ty Sterling. Catch that show, catch everything that's going on with HBCU football, especially with the Southern University Jaguars, as we are there doing what we do on that show. Talking to the coach, talking to player interviews, showing the highlights from the game. Surprisingly enough, for those who are keeping up with football, also it is homecoming at Jackson State University. And pay attention, family. Pay attention. To be exact, while I'm talking about pay attention, let me pull something. I think there is something that y'all need to know. I believe, yeah, where that's at. So there's something you need to know as homecoming season is coming about on these HBCUs. I want to get into that conversation for a second. So this sister here had a good something to say that I think we need to take a little heed to. Pay attention to this, my brothers and sisters who attend HBCUs. If you have a child, grandchild, a niece, a nephew, family member that goes to an HBCU, this might be something that you yourself want to also tell them, hey, pay attention. So I'm going to share this, but we can get into this conversation right quick. I want y'all to hear what this young lady has to say because it's pretty deep. So y'all check this out.
If you have a child in an HBCU, listen to me and listen to me good. The Black MAGA Trumpers are trying to visit HBCU campuses stir up strife, cause problems, and go viral and get clicks. Tell your children, do not engage, do not engage, do not engage. Ignore them. Go to class and walk away in the other direction. And they're also trying to go to HBCU campuses during the homecoming weekend where they know there will be people and they will go viral. Take a look. The Blexit student movement is headed to an HBCU near you, featuring Craig Long, Savannah Craven, Stephen Davis, Topher, and Anthony Watson. Avoid these people, ignore them. Do not engage, do not debate, don't boo them, don't acknowledge. Get campus security, campus authorities, and proceed to class. They are only there to go viral. They've already visited a few HBCUs and they're headed to Jackson State, Tennessee State, FAMU, North Carolina Central, Howard, Hampton, Bowie State, and Lincoln during homecoming, where they know there'll be a big audience and they can go viral. So again, if you have a child at any of those HBCUs, let them know the Black MAGA Trumpers, known as Blexit, are on their way to their campuses. Do not engage, do not engage, do not engage. Do not engage.
That part, that part, that part right there. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Do not fall for the banana in the tailpipe. And even though she did not say it, it is rumored because next weekend, the weekend of the, hold on, let me make sure I'm correct here. I think it's the weekend of the 18th, 17th, 18th, 19th. They are also scheduled to show up on Southern University's campus for Southern University's homecoming. Pay no attention to people who are trying to emulate the individual who sadly got murdered out in Utah, CK, and his methods of showing up on campuses and debating the issues of our times on college campuses by setting up a table saying, let's talk about it. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Just don't, because as she said, they are trying to go viral. They are trying to make our children who attend these prestigious universities look like savages, look like they're you know, like she said, contact campus security, say these individuals are on campus, because you just can't walk up on a campus. No, just can't. As a visitor, you cannot just walk up on a campus. So make sure that you pay attention to that. That's something to pay attention to. It is homecoming season. Speaking about, she brought up Jackson State University. One of the biggest games in the SWAC will be played this Saturday as the Alabama State Hornets make their way into Veterans Memorial Stadium in Jackson, Mississippi to play the Jackson State Tigers. Let me tell you something. Whoever wins between the Hornets and the Tigers will probably win. Chances are better than good that they will be the SWAC representative coming from the East. The Wild Wild West is still wide open, even though TV seems to be the front runner. Prairie View seems to be the front runner. However, if Southern University, as much as Southern University, with the record that they have right now, if Southern University does not lose a game from here until the end of the season, Southern can wind up being the representative out of the West. But whoever wins between Jackson State and Alabama State will be the sure in, shoe in, unless something crazy happens from out the East. HBCU football will be going down. You can catch it on many platforms. They got SWAC TV, they got HBCU Go, and of course, it is shown on ESPN and on ESPNU. So definitely catch Black college football when you can. Support. Of course, believe it or not, as we count down, it is the ninth day of October. You're going to blink your eyes, and it's going to be Thanksgiving, Christmas before you know it. Thanksgiving and Christmas is almost here before you know it. And listen, family, of course, with Thanksgiving, I'm always in New Orleans for the Bayou Classic. Christmas, and then next thing you know, it's going to be 2026. My, how time flies. This year has went by just like that. Just like that. Sadly for me, I believe next year will probably go at the same pace. And I don't know if that's a sad thing because, Father Time is undefeated. I'd like to say big ups to all my people in Chi-Town. Like I said, we woke up this morning hearing about peace being brokered with Israel and Hamas, and we stopped talking about the occupation or the attempted occupation of Chicago, Memphis, and Portland. You got to pay attention. The government is still shut down. Good morning, family. Good morning. Good morning. I see folks are logging in. Good morning to you. Good morning. Wherever you are at, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. Welcome to hashtag Truth Be Told / JD Live. Your early morning. Get up, wake up, wake up. Your 1 hour inspiration, motivation, information, conversation that promotes elevation. We got to go higher, family. We just got to go higher. 20 minutes past the hour. I am very happy that President Trump was an instrumental part of ushering in and brokering this peace deal between Hamas and Israel, because this war needs to stop. What's going on in Gaza needs to stop. I don't care whose side you're on. Whose side you're on. War is never good for nobody. As the song said, war, what is it good for? Absolutely nothing. So, for my people in Louisiana, especially in Opelousas, because I see Mr. Willie Pickens on here, it is homecoming for Opelousas High School. That is a big thing in Opelousas. Now, folks who don't know where Opelousas is north of Lafayette, but it is a wonderful town. It's the third oldest city in the state of Louisiana. And they have homecoming. Homecoming is big for Opelousas High School, not only for the students, but for the population and the citizens of Opelousas. Just to let everybody know, there will be a parade today from 5 to 8 p.m. Main Street will be shut down from North Street all the way to South Park. So if you are getting off of work around 4 or 5 o'clock, I would infer that you try to find an alternate route, if that's the route you take, down Main Street, because Main Street will be shut down. Main Street will be shut down. And yes, my sister, at the end of the day, human beings are dying. And that's the point. We've got to look at each other as human beings. Too many times we try to categorize our being human beings. Yes, I am a black man. Above being a black man, I'm a human being. I'm a human being first. Being a black man describes what type of human being I am. But I'm a human being, and we all are human beings, regardless of the hue of our skin, regardless of our religious background, regardless of who we love, regardless of our political affiliation. We are all human beings. We are all flesh and blood. Yes, we are all flesh and blood. And we should give each other respect as human beings. Yeah, we need to give each other respect as human beings. And so many times we don't have respect for one another. Men don't respect women. Women don't respect men. We don't respect the younger generation. The younger generation don't respect the older generation. White don't respect black. Republican don't respect Democrat. And look where we're at right now. As we talk about peace being ushered and brokered in the Middle East, we right now have a government that is shut down. Shut down. Completely shut down. Folks are getting emails and notifications that their checks may stop at a certain time because the government is shut down. Now, like it, leave it, or love it, if you Google it, there was another time that the government was shut down, and it was under this same president, and I believe the government stayed shut down for 30 some odd days. We just don't know how long this shutdown is going to be. But the government is still shut down. We're really not talking about that a lot. But trust me, when the squeeze of certain government benefits and certain government checks that need to go out to certain individuals stop coming, and those individuals start saying, hey, how do I pay my bills? family, we got to get together and get some resolution. Yesterday, I was blessed with two of my conservative friends who happen to be Black like me, humans, but Black, who don't see things politically or socially, economically like I see it. And I don't have a problem with that. Your philosophy is your philosophy. How you govern your family, your house, your home. I respect that. I may not do mine the same way. Doesn't mean that you're right and I'm wrong. Doesn't mean that I'm right and you're wrong. Just means that we have found a way to make life peaceful and prosperous in our house without doing it the way somebody else does it. Just because I do something differently doesn't mean that it's wrong. Just means that it's different. We've got to work on that, family. We've got to work on understanding that differences does not equate to wrongness. I keep telling y'all, pay attention. Yes, peace has been brokered, but pay attention. We still trying to get the truth and ascertain the truth about Tyron Lacey. Because the way things are being painted right now, they're saying regardless of what you saw with your own eyes on that video, he still was the responsible party for that accident. See, what we have to understand is a lot of us don't know the law. Especially in Louisiana. We don't know this. We don't know this. We don't know the law. We don't know the law. Now, this is just one law book. It's a law book that most law enforcement officers have to remind them of what they can and cannot do. And once again, as we're not paying attention, because we're in now another news cycle of conversation that has got us distracted from what's really going on. Understand there are still attempts for military occupations of some cities in the United States of America, like Chicago, Memphis, Tennessee, New Orleans, Louisiana, Portland, Oregon. And even though it is came to the courts and the courts have made a temporary, keyword, temporary injunction that these things don't occur, once that injunction has expired, if it is deemed legal, and once again, we have to understand there's a big difference from legal and moral. And many a times we don't separate those things, and we have to have a clear understanding about what that is. Because once again, there was a time in this country, that it was legal to own a slave. It was legal. Slavery was legal. Just because it was legal does not make it moral. So understand, men who tell you they have a certain level of morality will usher in laws that will be very legal, but under the microscope, after further review in another time period, we may look back and say, you know what, that was legal, but it wasn't moral, nor was it right. There was a time in this country that women could not vote. Women did not have rights. There was a time that Black and brown folks did not have rights in this country. It was legal. Men who said they of good moral standards, who were elected to legislative offices, passed these laws and made it legal. But under further review at a different time period, we know that that wasn't right, or was it moral? I'll stop right there. I'll stop right there. 29 minutes past the hour. There are folks on social media thanking President Trump for ending the genocide in Gaza. I respect that. I respect that when I see that coming from people who I know have skin in the game. I know one person that I saw post this. He is an individual that family members are from that region. He is not an Israeli. He is Muslim. And to see him post that, I am I am applauding him. I pray that the genocide does stop. I pray that the killing stops on both sides. I'm going to talk like Donald Trump talked when what happened in Virginia what was that when he said there was good people on both sides. I'm not saying there's good people on both sides. I don't know, but I hope the killing stops on both sides. I need the killing to stop on both sides. I need real peace to be ushered in. Real peace. Real peace to be ushered in. Family, these are trying times, and we all need to pay attention. It's 30 minutes past the hour. We're at the bottom of the hour as I look through the news cycle and I look at the news while I'm doing this podcast. I go from Morning Joe to Fox News to CNN. Everybody's talking about the peace deal that's being ushered in Israel. I'm sure if you're watching Good Morning America, CBS Mornings, or whatever you watch in the morning to wake you up, that's what you're seeing also. I got a question. Is Prime Day still going on? Somebody answer my question there. Is Prime, because I know they have all kind of sales going on. Listen, get ready. Sales are coming. Christmas is almost here. It is almost Halloween. It is almost the mid-month of October. In other words, you're going to blink your eyes and it's going to be 2026. And I'm trying to find out, is Prime Day still going on? I should ask somebody who really knows, who's very close to me. I should say, hey, honey, is they still? That should be the question. Homecoming season is in full effect at HBCUs. I played it once. I'm going to play it again because y'all need to see it. Lady giving a warning. Y'all be careful out there on those HBCU campuses. There are folks out there who are up to some things. They will blanket what they're up to under is free speech, and we're just trying to let you know. Are we're trying to exercise our rights to free speech? No, they're not. They're trying to go viral. They're trying to catch us slipping, and you don't need to be one of them people caught slipping. You don't. Just don't. You don't. You don't need to be one of those. Do not. Woo, 32 minutes past the hour. So, family, how are y'all doing? How is everyone? I see folks are logged on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, X. I see y'all. How are y'all doing? Those who have said good morning back to you. For those who are just viewing, welcome to hashtag Truth Be Told JD Live. The early morning, get up, wake up. I'm waiting to see what happens. And understand we still got to pay attention, and we're not paying attention. We're not paying attention. When I tell you we're not paying attention, we're really not paying attention. But we need to pay attention. Still a lot of things that are occurring. Tragic news out of Houston last night. I heard about a murder-suicide. I think 3 people were murdered. The person who committed the murders killed themselves. Folks are suicide. We got to start checking on. Let me say that. Yeah, let me say that. We need to seriously start asking, are you okay? Good friend of mine, I was talking to him. I'll see him at Southern University's homecoming. My brother from another mother, love him dearly. Edward J. Brown. We used to do Wellness Wednesdays together. Trust me, once we probably both get settled down here in about a year or so, we may bring that back. We're both busy working. I've got school. I've got my job. I've got other things I do. I'm literally Monday through Sunday. I'm literally 7 days a week. Call me Mr. 25/8. An extra hour and an extra day. I'm always doing something. If I'm not at my regular job, I'm doing other work during the evenings when I get off my regular job. On weekends, when I'm not on call, I am literally out there doing other things. And family, at 35 minutes past the hour, y'all get ready because we're going to talk a little sporty sports on this Turn Up Thursday, Turn Down for What. Y'all put your hands together because Rocky Top, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Your old Rocky Top down there in Knoxville, Tennessee. It is my brother, my young brother, doing this thing. Let me put him in here. Let me put him in here. Y'all give it up for Elijah Nixon in sports. What's up, Elijah? What's happening, baby?
Not much. What's going on? What's going on, man? I don't know what the weather like there, but it's cold.
Getting a little chilly? Getting a little chilly? At Rocky Top, it getting a little chilly at Rocky Top, huh?
Yeah, it's getting a little cold. It's getting a little chilly. But speaking of cold, A'ja Wilson. Well, I'm gonna touch on this for a little bit before we get into some other topics. A'ja Wilson had a cold performance last night when they
ice cold.
Yes, the Aces beat the Mercuries on her game-winning jump shot. A'ja Wilson showed up clutch, which I think is the best player in that league. She showed up clutch, 34 points, 14 rebounds, 4 assists. And when I say game winner, out of the Vegas Aces are up 3-0 against the Phoenix Mercury. Speaking on things like that, some people are keeping their series alive as the Phillies beat the Dodgers to make it a 2-1 series. Still, Dodgers lead that one, so they're keeping their season alive after they're going down 2-0. Milwaukee's up 2-1 against the Cubs, and those two teams actually play today. So baseball is on a full-fledged thing. And now let's get into some football where actually your opinion on some things. Joe Flacco will get traded to the Bengals.
Oh,
made some sense. It made
yeah,
sense.
it made sense.
Joe Flacco traded to the Bengals. They didn't name Shedeur the backup for Dylan Gabriel yet, but it's looking like that may happen. So now he'll be officially the number 2 quarterback behind Dylan Gabriel. I just got to ask you your opinion on it. What do you think about that? Him moving up the depth chart after Joe Flacco was traded to the Bengals.
And I think that's a strong move that the Bengals made because Burrow is definitely hurt. On the side of the Browns, we'll find out because the Browns, I think the next people they play is wait a minute. Hold on. Do they play who I think they play next? Is this who they play next? Is this who they play next? I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Is that who they play next?
Yeah.
Oh, we're about to find out who's who. Because guess what? If TJ Watt hits your starting quarterback a certain way and he's out of there, we're going to probably get to this Shedeur show. And I've been saying, when they finally put Shedeur behind center, Shedeur is either going to do A or B. He going to be a phenomenal success or he going to be a phenomenal flop. But once again, I'm rooting for the success because I believe Shedeur is a once-in-a-lifetime talent, just like Travis Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
I just think sometimes they just won't let us be great, Elijah. I just think that's the thing with us, man. Black excellence unchained is black excellence they don't want you to see. So they won't let us be. That's my humble opinion.
Now, another thing, I don't know if you've seen this video. I'm trying to find it right now so I could play it for you. But the Arizona's head coach was fined for hitting a player on the sideline. So a running back, Amari, was running into the end zone. He fumbled it at the 1. Jonathan Gannon, the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals, walked over to him. Oh, I got the video right here. Walked over to him after punched him. Is he talking to him right now? Hit him right there.
Damn, what's wrong with you? That's what he said. He said, "What the hell's wrong with you?"
He apologized.
The ball like that.
That's what he said. Yeah, he apologized recently for saying he shouldn't have put his hand on him, but he's also fine. But in your perspective, a coach hitting a player, no matter Pop Warner all the way up to the NFL, what is your perspective on that?
Man, that's hard to say, bro, because that's what happened to a lot of us in a lot of sports, not just football. And I played baseball and ran track. I done got popped a couple of times, dropped the stick, walked over to coach. What the hell you dropped that stick for? Coach, I don't want to hear it. I didn't go home and say, Daddy, coach hit me. I dropped the stick. My daddy said, what you dropped the stick for, boy? Hey, I don't know, man. Listen, I'm gonna say this, and some youngsters, probably your age, gonna get mad at me.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes down to sports, a lot of y'all done got SOFT. That's my opinion. This generation ain't built like my generation. You know, unfortunately, I ain't built like the generation that came before me because I wasn't trying to walk 5 miles to school. So I'm just saying, it seems to be instead of us getting harder as we progress, we get.
And then to some basketball news, and I'm gonna finish out with college football. I'm gonna finish out with we're gonna do college football with basketball, college football, then we're gonna finish out with a prediction for tonight's game.
Okay, come on.
Basketball news. LeBron James put out a teaser that the second retirement. This is gonna make you laugh, Joe. He put out a teaser for his second retirement, but the world thought it was gonna be his second retirement.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, the second decision, but the world thought it was gonna be his retirement. But instead, it was him promoting Black Hennessy. So with that being said,
he promoted what?
What did he put? His liquor brand, his liquor brand, Black Hennessy. No, this is what's gonna make you laugh. So when he teased it the day before, a lot of fans were speculating that, he's going to retire. He's going to retire. So a fan went ahead and bought 2 tickets to the March 31st, 2026 game between the Lakers and the Cleveland Cavaliers, which they thought would be his final game against the Cavaliers. He paid $865 and exactly 66 cents on those 2 tickets because they spiked up the price, speculating that he was going to retire. Once that video came out, that he's selling liquor, the guy got mad and now is suing LeBron James because of those prices that spiked up. Is he wrong?
He boo-boo the fool. You boo-boo the fool, and that you went and got a lawyer to be boo-boo the fool with you. Y'all both gonna be in court boo-boo the fools. Because I would be a judge and I'd be like, wait a minute. Did LeBron say? Did he say? He didn't say. Your speculation and you move it off of speculation. You assumed and you made an ass out yourself. That's what you did. You assumed and made an ass out yourself. Now you doing something that's even dumber. You suing. Come here. Hold it. Where Bubba Dub at? Let me call Bubba. Come here. Come here. That's all I can say.
Not getting into college football, Bill Belichick has looked like he is on the verge of leaving mid-season.
Losing don't look good. Excuse me, sir. Losing don't look good on you at the collegiate level. These ain't the same folk you dealt with them Patriots, huh? This ain't. Hold it. I need to call Kevin Falk. Kevin, can you tell me what's going on with Bill? Dollar Bill, what's going on?
So Bill Belichick, who's just recently signed to be the head coach over the summer with the North Carolina Tar Heels, has only coached 5 games and is looking to be bought out. Now, the buyout originally was, if he would have got bought out in June, it would have been $1 million, but now they're trying to find a common ground. Now, it has yet to say they have reached an agreement. Not sure when they'll do it. Not sure if it will happen this year, but I know talks are happening because that's what the university have put out. Now, with that being said,
let me ask you a question. Before you say that's being said. Let me ask you a question. You think, how old Bill's girlfriend again? Ain't she like 21, 22? Think she had something to do with that? You probably think she slid over there and said, Big Daddy, this loser ain't looking good on us.
I mean,
go ahead.
Look, they also have allegations over there too. Some players.
He not doing like Coach O was doing that letter. He ain't over there talking to all the girls out there.
No.
I would be talking to all they. They said I would talk to all them girls, but all I would say was go Tigers.
I think it was.
Speaking of which, South Kakalaki, LSU. I'm telling them Tigers, watch yourself.
Those are Friday predictions. We'll jump into Saturday.
Okay, let's go. Keep going.
So apparently, you know how students get like 2 to 4 free tickets a game. Somebody was taking them and selling them, and that's illegal. And that's an allegation that's under him. You know, it's always an allegation with Bill Belichick somewhere. So I just know your thoughts. Do you think if he leaves? Do you think he get another coaching job? Do you think it's over for him? Do you think it's just he just ready to wrap his career up?
Still done made that money. Still gonna be an analyst for somebody. If he just a temporary analyst, a part-time analyst, a come-in analyst. Do you know that sometimes they pay those cats up to $50,000 just to come and do some analyst work for a game or two?
Right.
Come on, bruh. That brother, he gonna be cashing checks. Now, once again, we talking $50,000 to Joe and Elijah. $50,000 to Bill Belichick is $5. So understand that, because we had different. He had a whole different. See, we need to understand that, folks. They money levels different than us. See, we sit there talking about, man, them cats in their $10,000 bottle service. Yeah, that's $10 to them. That's like me and you going somewhere going $10. Let's go. That's the truth about the matter, because they money level different than ours. But $10 to us is $10,000 to them.
Right.
And some of y'all throw $10 away every day like it ain't nothing. So they throwing $10,000 away like it ain't nothing. And that's just the truth about it.
Now, before it's over, the last day for the sports we got today, Eagles and Giants play today, another divisional matchup. The Eagles are looking as coming off their first loss of the season, losing to the Broncos last week, while the Giants lost to the Saints. They lost to the Saints after being up, and they had 5 straight turnovers, which eventually led to that loss to New Orleans. With that being said, man, I want to know your game predictions. What do you think is going to happen tonight between the Giants and Eagles? And let me know.
Okay.
Let's lay it on me.
There's a video going around on Instagram of a cat that's on a porch, and the eagle swoops down to get him, and the eagle misses, and the eagle is saved, and the cat is saved by a goat who bucks the eagle. That eagle ain't gonna miss tonight. It's gonna swoop down. They're having Giants tonight. Bruh, please, come on, man. Come on. Cool boy Luke. That's what I call him. Dart is cool boy Luke. He's Sunshine 2.0, coming out with a little gold chain on, trying to make us feel like he wasn't cool boy. We always had one white boy that hanged with us, who we always told everybody he really one of us. That's what Dart think he is. Somebody in Mississippi told him, Dart, you one of us. You one of us, And so he now strolling around. I'm one of them. He gonna be one of us tonight, because he gonna get his ass whooped. He getting his ass whooped. Come here.
So yeah, but
Eagles will win, and Eagles will win big, like big, like by 3 or 4 touchdowns.
I got you.
Okay.
I might got an upset coming. I think it might be the Giants.
What? Okay. All right. B54 Farm. Them the only Giants winning tonight.
I'm gonna tell you what, but it's not gonna be that offense that win for the Giants.
Okay.
I got a sneaker.
Hey,
I'm gonna say this.
We're not coming on tomorrow because I'm going to Daytona. I got Southern and Bethune-Cookman. And I got to go all the way to Daytona. But when we come back Monday, we're going to review all these predictions. So I wrote down, you said the Giants may upset the Eagles. We'll talk about that. Let's get into this college thing right quick. I'm telling folks at Death Valley, y'all better be careful. Now, I believe the Tigers will beat the Gamecocks, but they better be careful.
Yeah, I mean, it depends who's under center. Harry Garrett Nussmeier may not be because of an injury, I think, to his chest, mid area. So I think that he may be or he may not be. Whoever is starting the quarterback under LSU is going to have a lot of eyes on him because every game from here on out is a potential playoff spot or a potential spot in the SEC championship game. So, and how the Tigers feel, championship or die every year. They could have me under center. They think we're going to the championship. And I'm going to be gladly to tell the Tigers I'm not the person that's going to take you there.
Hey. I'm going to say this the best way I can. I'm going to actually say it like a good friend of mine. I'm going to talk like my name is John Coffey in the Green Mile. That's you. Hey, Tennessee. Arkansas. I know Rocky Top. I love Rocky Top. Y'all got some hungry hogs coming up there.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be cooking some bacon here. I think we
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
I think it'll be like a 34-24 win, or really more than that. I think Tennessee scores more than that, but I think it's 45 to like 31.
And on the SEC tip, since it's the SEC versus everybody, a game nobody's talking about and a team nobody's talking about is them 5-0 Mizzou Tigers, who will be taking on Alabama at Mizzou.
Yeah.
Them boys 5-0. They undefeated.
The crazy thing is, I was just telling this. I was saying in the end though, I got Missouri winning that ball game.
Yeah,
Look,
boy.
Missouri got this kid from ULM. His name is Amon Hardy. And
Yes, sir.
I watched him against UL last year, and me and Jamarcus, the guy I do the podcast with, we looked at each other and said, he ain't going to be there. He's not going back to the Warhawks next year. That man going to be playing some football. Looked at it. He transferred to Missouri, and go look at that man numbers. That man is playing well. Listen to me really well. When you can run the ball like that, you could beat any team in the SEC, because you know what you could do when you run the ball like that? You can win the game 3-0. You could win the game 28-24. You could win the game 56-7. Because at the end of the day, the running game is the most important thing. Running and defense is the most important thing in football, period. I mean, I know we glorify the quarterback.
Right. That keep your defense out there, youngster. So then we're talking about SEC versus everybody. Y'all need to pay attention to this SEC thing. You got Mizzou 5-0. You got Ole Miss 5-0, and they playing Washington State at Ole Miss. Howdy tidy land. Let me tell you something. Flip around, think that you're bad just because you done beat some draws off some folks. Washington State might put that belt to ass, but the game you got to be watching out for in the SEC. The game you got to be watching out for is the Red River rivalry. You got Oklahoma 5-0 against Texas 3-2. Let me tell you something. Oklahoma might be a force to be reckoned with. That's another team ain't nobody really talking about. Another team. And let me tell you something. 5-0, Texas A&M. Taking on who I call the giant killers. They can't beat nobody they need to beat, but they beat everybody that they're not supposed to beat. Them Florida Gators.
It's true. It's true.
Y'all better watch out. Florida, I don't know how Napier, it's like Napier knows. All I got to do is beat these teams that everybody say, swear to God, I ain't going to beat. I can lose against these nobodies and everybody tell me I want my job. As soon as I beat Alabama, as soon as I beat a Texas A&M, if they come up and they beat Texas A&M 5-0, they're going to be known. People going to start getting scared of Florida, talking about, hey, man, if we got a good record, we don't want to play them Gators.
Right.
Them Gators play differently against people with good records. Okay, that's on the SEC tip, bro. I don't know, man. Listen, they got Texas A&M 5-0. Oklahoma 5-0, Mizzou 5-0, LSU 4-1. Good Lord, Georgia 4-1. Bro, listen. That's why I'm so happy next year. And what is Tennessee's record? 4-1.
4-1.
Bro, that's why I'm so happy that next year they said we're gonna stop beating up on each other. Now we're gonna beat up on the rest of y'all.
What you mean?
Huh?
SEC?
Yeah.
No, SEC gonna beat up on you. So they got. I'm gonna tell you, Tennessee don't play. So the UABs and the New Mexicos, they out of there. Tennessee plays coming here next year is LSU, Texas.
Oh.
They go on the road to Arkansas.
Yeah, they play. Yeah, I think because they play Bama.
Auburn comes here.
Okay.
Auburn comes here. They go on the road against South Carolina. Ooh. Texas A&M.
Ooh.
So they got a schedule next year, and it's about to get real. Tennessee's about to.
So look, we got 6 minutes, and earlier I said this, and I said this for a reason, because you being an HBCU grad from Benedict College, me being a graduate of the Grambling State University, I'm telling all my black folks, be careful. Homecoming time. And these black MAGA folks are showing up on campus, throwing up tables, wanting to debate y'all. pay them no attention. Pay them absolutely no attention, because this weekend in the SWAC, you got Southern traveling to Daytona to play Bethune. You got Grambling playing Texas Southern. That's going to be a big game, because once again, that's going to be a big game. The biggest game in SWAC football this weekend will be Alabama State, who is 4-1, against Jackson State, who is 4-1. Whoever wins between those two will probably represent the West in the SWAC. Now, Florida A&M, who is terrible this year, they 1-3. They taking on a North Carolina Central, who is 4-2, who will probably beat their pants off in Tallahassee.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that part. So all I got to say is, if you are on a HBCU campus and it's homecoming, or you're on a HBCU campus and you see somebody with a MAGA hat on set up a table, just call security and say, how did these people get on campus? And don't say a word to them. Call your front gate security and say, how did these red hat wearing MAGA folks get on my campus? They need to be escorted off, because you are not welcome here, as they said in Bad Boys. When my man said, who are you? I'm the devil. The devil is not welcome here. Yeah. Why you had to call yourself the devil? I'm just saying, they're not welcome. You red hat wearing MAGA, you are not welcome here. Because on our HBCU campuses, we reckon, why you had to call yourself the devil? Hey. That part.
Yeah,
That part.
man. Yeah, man.
All right, man.
Yo, I hope you have a good time at Daytona, man.
Bruh, I'll be honest with you. I'm not looking forward. There's games I don't look forward to. Playing Bethune, the last time we played Bethune, we played them in Jacksonville, in Duval. We played them actually in the Jacksonville Stadium that the Jaguars play in. I didn't look forward to that trip. I don't look forward to this trip. I don't like going past Tallahassee. I'll be honest with you. I don't mind going to and Tallahassee sometimes is a struggle for me. But going past Tallahassee, I don't like going past Tallahassee. I just don't. But we're going to Daytona, going to the beach, and the weather's supposed to be horrific, nothing but rain. I'm ready for this weekend to be over. I'm ready to get into homecoming weekend. I'm ready for us to win against Bethune. And like I said, and I don't believe this is going to happen, but I've seen it happen before, and it may happen with Southern. If Southern wins every game from here on out, Southern will go to the SWAC championship, probably against the Alabama State Hornets in Montgomery, Alabama. Because whoever wins, whoever has the best winning schedule, winning outcome at the end of the schedule, that's who hosted. And look like if Alabama State, and guess what? If Jackson beats Alabama, either way it goes. If Southern can win it all, Southern, they'll either be going to Alabama State or to Jackson State, because whoever wins between them two, they hold their destiny in their hands.
Right.
That part.
All right.
I hope you have a great weekend too. I hope you eat some barbecue. I hope Pig Suey gets to be barbecue Pig Suey.
Yeah, man. I hope so too. I'm not at that game this week, but I'm gonna be in the office. Next game I'll be at for sure is Kentucky. Kentucky and
okay.
Tennessee. I'll be in the office for both of these games, so it's gonna be a good one. I think it's gonna be more of a high scoring game between these two. I can't wait to see how it plays out. But I think it's gonna be a Tennessee 10-point victory. But with that being said, it's gonna be something I'm really gonna enjoy in the back. So.
That part. So, brother, tell them about the Fitz Take. Tell them what you got going on. Let's get up out of here.
Yes, sir. The Fitz Take. So episode is going to drop Friday. We actually, with those some of those topics that we just talked about with Bill Belichick. I mentioned that he joked around and said he had an underage girlfriend. We talked about some other things out there as well. But I hope you guys can enjoy that when it drops. But continue to like, share, subscribe, and comment. We appreciate the support you guys are giving us. We love the support that you're giving us. Also for this podcast, we love to support this podcast and how much support is giving us as well. But it's always fun coming up here with Joe and the rest of the guys. So, again, just want to say thank y'all again. And, Joe, have a safe trip at Daytona, man. Put your feet in the sand, man, and go to the world's biggest McDonald's in Orlando.
I'll probably do something like that, man. I ain't trying to see Orlando no more. Last time I saw Orlando was about 2 years ago in July. maybe last July. I don't forgot when it was, but whatever. Man, listen, I can't stand going anywhere past Tallahassee. If I leave past Rattler territory, I have got too deep into Florida to be on the road. And you know, I got friends who scared to fly. So man, just know we're headed there. Listen, we enjoy you. We enjoy the Fitz Take. We support you. We support Fitz. Man, y'all keep doing great things. We'll be back Monday. We're taking the day off tomorrow. I'm on the road. Much love to you. You have a warm day there in Rocky Top. Warm up a little bit, brother.
Hi.
Y'all have a good one. That's my man Elijah Nixon in sports. It is the top of the hour. Time for me to get up out of here. I'm going to do this one real quick, fast, and in a hurry. Family, real simple. Be better today than you were yesterday. And do something today to bless somebody somewhere that no matter what you do, there's no earthly way they could ever pay you back. And remember that there is no secret what God can do. What he has done for others, he willingly can do for when God is with you. Nothing or no one can stand against you. Be blessed. Have a great day. We out of here. See you on Monday. No show tomorrow. We out. Peace.